Welcome back to another episode of Keeping Up with Rivers, or now we're going to call it Keeping Up with Kamloops United FC, presented by BFL Canada. Today we have Lyle with us, GM of Kamloops United FC. Hi, Lyle. How's it going?
Hey Mason, good afternoon, buddy.
How's everything been?
Busy, busy. Things are good though. Looking forward to the holiday break.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about what Kamloops United FC is and what this whole rebrand means for the club?
Yeah, really exciting. Mason, this has been a year in the build. Two clubs kind of came together, two boards came together at that time. Kamloops Youth Soccer and Rivers FC League One came together really to unify into one club and build a proper development pathway for the kids here in our community from U3 all the way up to the U23 League, League One BC semi-pro. So super exciting. The club is now fully unified in their vision and their approach on what we're building. I think a worst kept secret in Kamloops is that we're applying for a BCSPL franchise. That way we have the full gamut of opportunity for kids in our community.
And what does that mean, kind of just giving that those players from U3 all the way up to the League One BC platform, like kind of just a straight pathway from youth soccer all the way up to the semi-pro level? What does that mean for the community?
Yeah, this is a really important part, and it's a personal one for me. I know, like we have such an amazing team and group of people here who are passionate about the game, but we also have our own personal histories within the game. I grew up in northern BC as a kid with no opportunity for development, opportunities to play with bigger teams. It was just, you were in a rural market. You didn't even know things existed. And so for us, a big part here was having an opportunity for kids starting from the earliest of ages to be able to look up and say, I want to achieve that. And then once I achieve that, what's next for me? And we want to keep on providing opportunities for kids to the highest level. So our ambitions are big. And so we want to connect all the way to the professional game, but at the same time, still being a fully comprehensive club that offers the from the most competitive to the most recreational, where we just want to create kids having fun, enjoying the game.
And that's great. And what does the symbol behind Kamloops United FC mean? I know a lot of people have seen it. They really enjoy it. Lots of good comments on the colors, the badge, the logo, and how it looks. What bring us like kind of to how you came up with that and what the meaning is of it.
Yeah, for sure. So green, gold, black, and white. The gold and the lion was an important piece for us. The lion, as we know in the animal kingdom, represents leadership. It's the king of the jungle. And so for us, we understand the privilege we have being the largest club in the BC interior. We also understand the strategic importance of where Kamloops is located. We literally are in the strategic middle of the BC interior. And so us in our application for BCSPL and having our BMO Select program, we want to provide opportunities to everybody in this area. We don't want to leave kids behind, as it were. We want to give kids access to every level in the game. We're building ambitious plans with billeting programs for kids from the north to be able to access the BCSPL and the BMO Select program, as well as our youth ages and community. With one day, hopefully fostering a program tied to the school district to build a fully comprehensive high performance program. So that was the vision behind the Lion and the leadership and the responsibility that we have. Green is represents our home. Our office is here. MacArthur Island is our home. It's synonymous with Kamloops soccer. And so when you fly over Kamloops and you look down, there's one little island oasis, and it's that green patch of the city that you see, which is MacArthur Island. And so we really wanted to stay true to where our home is and who we are. And the shamrock was the really critical one. You're going to see the shamrock on the shoulders of every uniform from the youth all the way up to League One. The shamrock is indicative, and it's a homage to our founding pioneers in our community. Pat O'Brien was one of the founding pioneers of this club in 1964, taking it from an elementary school program to what we now know as Kamloops Youth Soccer to now Kamloops United. Those of us that work in the game, we have a privilege to do this, and we owe that because we walk on the shoulders of those people who came before us. So we always want that recognized on our jerseys, understanding that we owe and we're working hard to give back.
That's great. And another question that I think a few people have, what role does Capelli Sport play in all of this? Obviously, they are the kit providers, but what else does that partnership entail?
Yeah, Capelli Sport, it really is an amazing company. We had the privilege of going to meet ownership as well as senior management there and their design team in New York. What an amazing organization, really built fundamentally on the passion of the owner. And so he really does love the game, has invested heavily in building a merchandise and apparel company, but he also owns professional soccer clubs. And so when we went there, it wasn't just looking for an apparel deal, it was looking for a partnership on somebody that could help us build this vision, which he's already done. And so he's already built professional clubs throughout all of Europe and academy in Africa, and he has MLS teams and MLS Next teams in the US. So that partnership was really important. They have a program called Capelli Plus. And so Capelli Plus is really about giving opportunities to kids who are seeking the higher levels of the games. And they have that built out as a regional program all throughout the US and expanding into Canada. It's something that's tied to Capelli Partners. And so these are the things that we really felt like there's an opportunity to work with them to build next level opportunities, but all the while doing it and getting absolutely premium, best in class product that is it's customized for us. And so when the kits come out and they roll out, no question, they're going to be best in class and be something special when everybody gets to see them.
And yeah, a lot of people have talked about like Capelli Sport. They're known for producing very, very good quality, stunning looking kits. Can you give us any hints on exactly maybe some of the design on the kit, or are you going to keep that close to the chest for now?
I know, for sure, we could give a little. I think you're going to see the shamrock, corresponded on the back of the jersey. You're going to see that, of course, the colors I think are already out there, and everybody has a good understanding. We really want to make sure that the kits represent the club. And so there's going to be a unique kit for our home kits as well, with a predominantly white base to it, with green, gold, and hints of black. And then the inverse, when we go on the road, our kits are going to be a pretty strong black and green presence with gold trim as well. And so, it's a mean looking kit for when we go on the road for sure. So yeah, we're really excited about the kits. They're pretty special, no question.
In this whole rebrand, you got the kits, you got the new name, you got the new identity. Obviously, you have this pathway now for local athletes, not just in Kamloops, but also the interior. It's super exciting. What's kind of next on that to-do list? Like, what's the next thing that's going to be a part of this that people are going to be really excited about?
Yeah, the pathway's still not closed for us. So we still have work to be done with Canada Soccer and with BC Soccer and getting our national youth license and our BCSBL application, which is well underway. That is step one. We have to make sure that we close that. We just finished our renovation on our indoor facility, now giving opportunities for kids to train 12 months of the year. Next is a facility approach. We need a full-size indoor facility here in Kamloops, and that is top of the order between both boards working towards achieving that and working in partnership with the city. We're blessed to have the City of Kamloops administration and the tournament capital. It really is a huge, huge win for us to be able to have such strong partners to do that. And then after that is international partnerships. The next stage for us is working. David Osted is working diligently as sporting director of the club to really connect us to Europe. There's going to be some exciting announcements coming out in January along those lines, and some of the stuff that we're doing to work to bring really high level opportunities to the BC interior.
Is there any more exciting programs that are going to be rolling out through the youth programs with Kamloops United?
Yeah, great question. It's almost like you know something. Yeah, we are. So I'll give you a little sneak peek. We're rolling out what we're calling the dedicated player program. This is going to be a program that's focused on the younger players who really are committed to training at an increased cadence and wanting to grow and develop within the game. This will start at younger ages and prepare kids to get to the next tier, which is the BCSPL. It hasn't been done here at Kamloops Youth Soccer historically. And so we've just built out a comprehensive plan between David, our sporting director, Kieran, and our directors of the male and female, Haley and Pascal. They've been working on figuring out what's the best way to incorporate this into our community program, into our BMO Select program, all the while still maintaining the right cadence of training. In there, some big hires coming on board, some positions that we feel some high level coaches to get on field to work with these kids as well. So yeah, really exciting stuff coming. Some camps that'll be announced also for later in the year where we'll be bringing some outside coaches in to support as well. So some really cool initiatives underway.
And obviously, over the last year, since you've kind of been in charge, there's been a lot of great changes, a lot of new programs, a lot of new tournaments like the Kamloops International Cup. Our club's kind of going in that European direction, which is exactly what I think everyone's wanted to see. So that's great. And we've seen these kind of progress from kids like Alessandro now go over. make that leap over to Europe and is now having a career over there. Hopefully, there's more in the future. I think there is some that we will talk about later on. But what's that been like for you, just being able to watch all these local young athletes go over and make a career for themselves?
Yeah, I mean, that's why we do this. And so the Kamloops International Cup really was about building a vision and a dream for kids to be able to sit here locally in the stands and watch the best U21 clubs from Europe coming here and playing and seeing that we're not that far off. The opportunity is there and it's attainable. And so we now saw that. We'd had a proof of concept year one, bringing in Fulham FC and Aston Villa, as well as CPL U21 teams here to play. So our kids here locally were watching the best in Canada as well as some of the best in the UK, both on the men's and women's side. And so we now have kids with vision of going on trials. There was young men who came and played with us in the League One Select who now are going on trials in Europe because they left those games saying, wow, I just played against Premier League level talent and I held my own. We won. We actually ended up beating Fulham. Fulham actually left 0-3 in their matches, which, it's a preseason. Results aren't always indicative, but we were competing at every level with them, which was really what this was all about. Now we build programs around giving more and more opportunity to kids to grow and develop within the game.
And is there anything over this next 6 months, like with the Kamloops International Cup again? Is there anything else that you have, any exciting announcements that'll be coming up, or is that more of a stay tuned kind of thing?
No, yeah, Kamloops International Cup will definitely be back. We're just finalizing some of the agreements, working on the structure. Youth tournaments underpinning is really what we're trying to do. We're building out a U21 structure as it relates to the premium showcase of Kamloops International Cup. But the real dream here is to build out a youth tournament that underlies that. So we can connect the best teams from across Western Canada and the Pacific Northwest in the US to come here August long weekend and play underneath that showcase of the best clubs in the world. Ambitious dreams, big plans coming up ahead, but yeah, from in terms of what we're building for that, that's coming out very, very shortly. Some announcements in January.
Well, lots of exciting things, Lyle. Love to see the progress that you've, really pushed this club. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll make sure to get you on again soon so we can discuss all these exciting new things that'll happen over the next few months.
Amazing. Thank you, Mason. Appreciate everything you do for the club as well. Thank you, guys, and have a great Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Take care.